Welcome to the video lecture series of Cryptography and Network Security. I am your instructor Dr. Ramesh Prajapati, and today I am going to discuss the Kerberos. So let's see the agendas of this video lecture. The first, Kerberos, Kerberos simple dialogue. So let's see the first Kerberos. So the Kerberos is an authentication service. So first of all, in the mind, the one question: what is authentication service? It means if there are two user A and user B, user A want to communicate with user B. So the first, user A should authenticated by the user B, and user B should be authenticated by user A. It means that user A is a correct person and user B is a correct or authenticated person. So this is called the authentication service, designed for use in a distributed environment, right? So let's see the one scenario. We have the network, and for that there are number of networks are there, and the number of services are there. So in the open environment, it is possible that the unauthorized person may access the services. At most, it is necessary somehow security authentication mechanism may be employed so that only authenticated user allowed to access the services. The Kerberos provide the trusted third party authentication service. It is the trusted third party. Now, and that is implemented in a client server architecture. And the client server architecture, it means client send the request to the server for requesting a service, and the server will give the response to the client. And before the communication between the client and server, the client should authenticate by the server, and the server will be authenticated by the client. After authentication process completed, then the client should send the message to the server, and server will give the service to the client. So that's why it is called the client server architecture, right? So next is, what is the requirement of Kerberos? Why we require the Kerberos? So I already discussed these things. If there are if the client and servers are there, so client should be authenticated to the server by the server, and the server should be authenticated by the client. So it means it provide the security. It means all other techniques, it is more secure. So Kerberos should be strong enough that the potential opponent doesn't find it to be the weak link. So this is the first requirement. The second requirement, it is the reliable. It means it should be highly reliable, and it should be used in a distributed server architecture. Now the next is called the transparent. So transparent, it means the user should not be aware that the authentication is taking place. It means that during the transmission of during the communication between the client and server, the client doesn't aware that the authentication will be carried out during the transmission. Now the next is the scalable. It means the scalable, it means nowadays the number of client and the server will be increased. So the Kerberos should be capable to supporting the large number of client and server. That's why it's scalable. It means that this system should be capable of supporting the large number of client and server. So this is all about the requirements of the Kerberos. Now the next is the Kerberos protocol terminology. So before going to start the Kerberos, a simple dialog. The first, we all know the basic terminology which we are going to use in the Kerberos simple dialog. So let's see the first terminology, authentication server. Authentication server, it is one server and it issues the ticket to the users for access to the service. Now the second, the client it means any user. Now the next, key it means with the help of key we will be encrypt and decrypt the data. Now the next is key distribution center. The KDC, it is also called the KDC. So KDC is also, the KDCs provide the service that issue the Kerberos ticket. Now the next, rel it means if we are considering the large number of networks are there, so at that time we should divide and we should require the more server, right? So the one KDC server and another KDC, one network, the one KDC server is there, in another network the second KDC server is there. So to combine this two server, that is called the rel. Now the next is the ticket granting server, it is also called the TGS, and this, it is the one server and that issues the ticket to users for access the different types of service. Now the next is a TGT, ticket granting ticket, it is a special ticket that allow the client to obtain the additional ticket without applying for them from the KDC. It means that sometimes what happens, some client want additional ticket without involving the KDC. So at that time we will use the ticket granting ticket. Now, so this is all about the basic terminology of the Kerberos. Now next, let's see the simple dialog of the Kerberos. It means the how the client should communicate with the server. So before requesting the service to the server, the client should authenticate by the authentication server. Now let's see. In this figure you can see there are one user C, and the two server, authenticated server it represents the AS and the application server it represents the V. Now if the user C want communicate with the application server V, so before communication user C should authenticated by the authentication server. So that's why user C will send the one request to the authentication server. Authentication server authenticated this users. After that, it will send the one ticket to user C. After receive the ticket, user C will communicate with this application server. So these are the three steps. So let's see. In the first step, what types of information will be sent by the user C to authentication server. So let's see the first, the client send first the client C communicate to the authenticated server by supplying the ID of client. IDC represent the client identification, appended with the PC. PC means the client password, and the identity of server. V it represent the server. So identity of server. It means here user wish to communicate with this server. IDV it is the ID of particular server. Now here when authenticated server will receive this request, after that it check its database. The username and the user ID and the password of user C. If it is matched, it means this is the authenticated users. After authentication done from the authentication server, it will send the one ticket to user C. Now you can see second step, authentication server will send the one ticket. And what is ticket? Now you can see in this ticket it involve this pieces of information. You can see in this ticket, now whole the ticket is encrypted using the KV key KV, which is set between the authentication server and the application server. And in this message, in this ticket, it included the identity of client IDC, identity of client ADC, address, network address of the client, and IDP, the identity of ID of server. After that, user C will send the ticket and the ID of client to the server. Now here server will also check the authentication of this user C. Now user application server will decrypt this ticket because he got the KV key from the authentication server. Now it decrypt the message with the key KV, and when you open this message, in that message the ID of client and ID of client, and this ID of client it match with the ID which is sent by the client. If both the ID are matched, it means the user is authenticated. This is the authenticated user. Server knows that this is the authenticated person. Now the server will send the service to the user C. So this is the simple dialog. This is all about the simple dialog. Now you know that this is all about the same thing, and I have mentioned the what is C. C it represents the client, V represents the server, AS authentication server, and AS is a centralized server. AS it is a centralized server, and it store all the user ID and the password of the it stored the user ID and the password of all the users in the network. Now IDV, identification of the V, KV, the secret key which is set between the authentication server and the server. ADC, network address of the C, and the PC, it means the password of the user C. Now there is just some drawback of this simple Kerberos, simple dialog Kerberos. So the first problem, if we would like to minimize the number of times that user has to enter a password. It means, let's take an example. If user want to access the mail server, it is possible that it would checking the mail. For this case, if user want to access the mail from the mail server, it input the username and password, and this process is repeated. So to overcome this problem, the user want to store this ticket in the client system. Now the second drawback of this simple dialog problem is user would need a new ticket for every different service. That means that if one user want the service of print server, mail server, so these are the different services. So each and every different service user would need the request the new ticket. So this is again the one drawback. And the third, the plaintext transmission of the password. It means that the password, the plaintext is delivered in the plaintext format. So here we not encrypted the plaintext message. So this all are the drawbacks. So to overcome this problem, we will use the modified version of the Kerberos, and it is called the more secure dialog. So again, it divided into a number of 3 steps. The first, once per user logon session. So the first step is once per user logon session. In this, you can see the first step. Client communicate to the authentication server, and it supply the ID of client and ID of TGS. ID TGS means the ID of TGS, and TGS it means ticket granting server. So here, when authentication server receive this request, first it check the authentication of this user, and here the authentication server will store the ID and the password of all the users in the network. Now it check this user has requested, it has been authenticated by the authentication server, and the ID TGS, here you have to mention the ID TGS because there are number of ticket granting servers are there. So client send the ID of the TGS also. Now here we cannot send the password of the client. Here in the second step, authentication server will send the reply message to the client, and in that message it included the ticket of TGS, ticket of TGS, and ticket TGS is encrypted using the client key. And here the client key, it means the ticket TGS is encrypted using the key KC, and the key KC will be generated from the user's password, and this is set which is set to the authentication server and the client, and the whole ticket is encrypted using the ticket TGS. And here ticket TGS knows the key KC, and the client is also know the key KC, because this KC will be generated from the client software for inputting the password of the client. Now in the ticket TGS is included some information, and in this information it include the ID of client, ID of network address ADC, ID of TGS, ticket granting server's ID, timestamp, and the lifetime. Here it means the message is encrypted using the KTGS, and the KTGS is a secret session key which is set between the authentication server and the server. Now again it encrypted using the KC, which is generated by the client software password, and this password is internally generated, and it encrypted, and the ticket TGS is again encrypted using the key KC. So here we provide the double encryption. Now in the third step, you can see in the third step, and it is also the once per the type of service. In this, the third step, the client communicate to the TGS ticket granting server. Now it supply the ID of client, ID of server, and the ticket TGS, and the client got the ticket TGS from the authentication server. Now the ticket TGS is already encrypted by the TKGS, KTGS, and the KC key. Now here in this fourth number step, the TGS will issue the ticket to the client, and it mentioned the ticket V. Now here V is the server. V is the server ticket. Now in this ticket it mentioned the ID of client, network address of client, ID of V means the server ID, timestamp 2 and the lifetime 2. And hold the message, hold the ticket is encrypted using the KV. The KV is a key, the secret session key, which is shared between the TGS and the V server. Now here, so in the fourth number step, the TGS will send the ticket to the client, and in this ticket it mentioned this piece of information: the ID of client, ID of network address, ID of server, timestamp 2 and the lifetime 2. Now here in the fifth number step, it is also the once per service session. It means the client, now the client will able to contact the server and it eligible for the service. Now in the fifth number step, client send the client communicate to the server and supply the ID of client and the ticket TV, and the client got the ticket TV from the ticket server, ticket TGS, ticket granting server. Now the ticket V is also encrypted. We already discussed, right? Ticket V is already encrypted. Now the server receive this ticket and decrypt this ticket using the KV key, which is shared between the TGS and the server. Now it open the message and it match the ID of client, which is sent by the client, and it matches the IDC, ID of client, and the second ID which is sent by the client. If it both are matched, it means that the client is an authenticated person. Now here we are using the two key, one KV key, which is shared between the TGS, ticket granting server, and the server. Now we also use another key, that is called the KTGS, and this KTGS key KTGS, which is shared between the TGS and the authentication server. Now here you can see, now the client communicate with now client should communicate with user B, server, and the server will give the service to the client. Now here you can see, in this scenario we have used the timestamp. Timestamp, that means at which time the message was generated, and the lifetime, it means the how long the ticket would be valid. Now you can see this diagram. You can see we have already discussed the modified dialog of Kerberos. So now see, in this the same will be introduced in this figure. Now you can see the client want to communicate with the server for requesting some service. So before contact to the server, the client will send the request to the authentication server. Now authentication server, it means the client will send the request for the ticket TGS to the authentication server. Now authentication server will authenticate the users with the ID and the password, which is sent by the client C. Now after authentication done by the authentication server, it will send the ticket to the client C, and it mentions the ticket TGS. Now in the next step, the client should send this ticket V to the ticket granting server. Now ticket granting server it means client want to communicate with the server. So again it send the request to the ticket granting server for ticket TV. Now ticket granting server is authenticated. It check the authentication of this client C. After successfully authenticated, the ticket granting server will send the ticket TV to the client. Now after successfully done this authentication process by the ticket granting server, the client will communicate to the server. It means the client send the service. The client will send the request for the service to the server. So this all about the scenario of modified dialog of Kerberos. Now you can see in this whole the figure, the first user want access some service. So first access the send the request to the server for requesting a service. So first it authenticate themselves to the authentication server. Now it send the request to the authentication server, and authentication server will check the ID of the user and the ID of TGS. And if it is match, it means the authentication server will send the ticket to the client C. Now again client C send the ticket of server to the ticket granting server. Now it authenticate the client C. If it successfully authenticated, then it send the server ticket to the client, and after that client will request the service to the server. Now server will provide the service to the client. So this is all about the steps of this modified dialog Kerberos. I hope you clear this idea. Thank you.